The sport touring segment is heating up again, and this time, two heavyweights from Japan are taking center stage. Honda has finally lifted the veil off its long-rumored CB1000GT, a grand tourer derived from the new CB1000 Hornet platform, while Kawasaki brings evolutionary muscle with its Versys 1100, an update that replaces the long-serving Versys 1000. Both motorcycles promise power, comfort, and cutting-edge technology, but their approaches to reaching those goals could not be more different. Honda's CB1000GT is the perfect example of the brand's economy of scale philosophy. Multiple motorcycles developed from one shared platform. The Hornet provided the foundation, the CB1000F added a retro flair, and now, the GT version aims for long-distance sophistication. Rather than reinventing the wheel, Honda focused on refining, equipping, and reimagining the Hornet's DNA into a capable sport touring machine. Kawasaki, on the other hand, took the Versys 1000 and gave it a displacement bump, modest engineering tweaks, and the same familiar silhouette. The Versys 1100 name might suggest an entirely new model, but beneath the surface, it's a methodical evolution meant to meet Euro 5+ emission standards while offering more mid-range punch and smoother touring dynamics. The big question is whether this subtle upgrade is enough to compete with Honda's fresh blood. At the heart of the Honda CB1000GT beats a 1,000 cubic centimeters inline-4 derived from the 2017 CBR1000RR Fireblade. Tuned specifically for touring, it produces 148 horsepower at 11,000 RPM and 102 Nm of torque at 8,750 RPM. Those numbers are just shy of the Hornet's 150 horsepower, but the GT's revised mapping focuses on smoother throttle delivery and tractable power for highway cruising. A 6-axis IMU oversees cornering ABS, lean-sensitive traction control, and 5 riding modes: Standard, Sport, Rain, Tour, and User. Kawasaki's Versys 1100 ups its game by expanding the old 1,043 cubic centimeters engine to 1,099 cubic centimeters. The result is 133 horsepower at 9,000 RPM and 112 Nm of torque at 7,600 RPM. A noticeable improvement over its predecessor. The heavier flywheel and secondary balancer further smooth out the delivery, giving the Versys a buttery character at touring speeds. Despite having less outright power than Honda, the Kawasaki's real-world usability might be its secret weapon. The torque arrives earlier and more generously, which makes overtakes and roll-on acceleration easier when fully loaded with luggage or a passenger. While the Honda may scream higher in the rev range, the Versys 1100 plays to its strengths. Suspension technology is another battlefield. Honda equips the CB1000GT with Showa's EERA electronic suspension, which continuously adjusts compression and rebound based on IMU data, speed, and fork movement. It's the same philosophy seen on high-end touring flagships, allowing the bike to react instantly to road conditions. Kawasaki's Versys 1100 SE variant counters with Showa's KECS system, a proven semi-active setup already praised for balancing comfort and performance. Both machines use intelligent damping control, but Honda's latest EERA unit seems to react more dynamically under braking and cornering. The CB1000GT's chassis geometry has also been optimized for long hauls. With a slightly longer swing arm and more trail, 4.2 inches compared to the Hornet's 3.9, it promises improved high-speed stability without sacrificing agility. Meanwhile, Kawasaki retains the Versys' tried-and-true aluminum twin-spar frame, prioritizing rigidity and predictable handling. It might not be groundbreaking, but it's a formula that has proven reliable over the years. In terms of weight, Honda seems to have pulled off something remarkable. Early homologation data lists the CB1000GT at just around 213 kilograms wet, only slightly heavier than the naked Hornet. The Versys 1100 SE, by contrast, tips the scales at roughly 259 kilograms, largely due to its bulkier bodywork and heavier touring hardware. That 46 kilograms difference could make a big impact on handling agility and fuel economy during long-distance rides. Touring comfort is a defining factor in this rivalry. Honda's ergonomics are relaxed yet purposeful: lower pegs, thicker seat padding, and a new fairing designed through CFD analysis for optimal aerodynamics in real-world riding conditions. The manually adjustable windscreen offers 5 positions across 3.2 inches of travel. Kawasaki retains its signature upright posture and wide handlebars, ideal for long stints, though its fairing remains visually unchanged from the previous generation. Practicality is where the CB1000GT starts, showing its grand touring ambitions. It comes standard with detachable panniers offering 2.3 cubic feet of storage, and buyers can add a top case with an additional 1.8 cubic feet. A 5.55-gallon tank promises over 200 miles of range between fill-ups, competitive for its class. Kawasaki's SELT trim also includes panniers and a large screen, though its total storage capacity remains slightly lower, and its overall fuel range is about the same. Inside the cockpit, Honda goes premium with a 5-inch TFT display featuring 3 layout themes, smartphone connectivity, and intuitive backlit handlebar controls. There's also a smart key system, self-canceling indicators, and an emergency stop signal function that flashes hazards during sudden braking. Kawasaki responds with a slightly larger 6.5-inch TFT screen on the SE trim, complete with radiology connectivity and a bar-mounted USB-C port. Both bikes are equally tech-laden, though Honda's interface feels cleaner and more ergonomic. While both models rely on Showa's electronic damping, their characters differ dramatically. The CB1000GT delivers a distinctly sportier ride, sharpened by its lighter mass and tighter chassis. The Versys 1100, however, remains the more forgiving companion, plush, planted, and unbothered by rough tarmac. Riders seeking spirited mountain carving might favor the Honda, while those who live on highways and intercity routes may find Kawasaki's cushy setup more appealing. Pricing will be the battlefield that determines the winner. Honda's modular production approach means it can price the CB1000GT aggressively. Some insiders predict it will start around €15,000 in Europe, significantly undercutting rivals like the Versys SE and Yamaha Tracer 9 GT+. Kawasaki's Versys 1100 SELT sits around €18,000 to €19,000, depending on market. If Honda truly launches at a lower price point, it could deliver a knockout blow to Kawasaki's long-established segment dominance.